Howdy folks, today we're looking at the Millennium edition of Detective Comics 27 from 1939 in DC Comics. Less than a year after the premiere of Superman in Action Comics, the nascent DC wanted more in that vein. That led them to the young Bob Kane, a humor cartoonist eager to break into adventure strips. Of what follows, a few facts are known beyond dispute. The initial genesis of ideas that became the Batman originated with Kane. Those same ideas were developed and refined by Bill Finger. The Batman as he existed in Kane's earliest drafts would almost certainly not have achieved the same success without Finger, and it was Finger's many subsequent elaborations that ultimately created the character we know today. It's easy to see in context how a less dynamic version of Batman would have shaken out, because the back pages of this issue of Detective Comics are filled with, essentially, less dynamic versions of Batman. Detective Comics was designed to feed the public's then insatiable desire for detective stories. Mystery was a signature genre of the pulps, and it made perfect sense that affection would carry over to the new medium. So the back of the magazine is filled with detectives of every stripe, from police officers like Plainclothes Pete to two-fisted private eyes like Slam Bradley, and even newfangled costume heroes such as the Crimson Avenger. There's even a cowboy detective, Buck Marshall. But even if you may have heard of a couple of them before, Slam Bradley and the Crimson Avenger still show up every now and again. Nothing else in the magazine, or really any magazine ever, hit as hard as the first 6 pages. The case of the Chemical Syndicate only needed 6 pages to introduce Batman to the world, and much as with Superman's first appearance, all the parts aren't quite in place yet, but the major pieces are on the table. Feckless playboy Bruce Wayne conducts a one-man war on crime while dressed up in a bat costume. His first case doesn't feature any kind of supervillainy, just criminal fraud with a few added macabre touches. There's a mystery and a death trap, and Batman even drives a car, but has yet no cave or dead parents or kid sidekick. It's Batman at his most elemental. The obvious difference between Batman and all the strips in the back of the book is down to the fact that Batman is an interesting character, a lot more interesting than the mystery itself. You naturally want to learn more about this flamboyant and dangerous man. The various backups attest to the fact that no one else had quite figured out how to get that mixture right. Tellingly, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster appear again, twice in the back of the book, with the spy feature as well as Slam Bradley, although I believe that first one may have been early uncredited Wayne Boring. They invented the new paradigm, and they clearly haven't got the hang of it either. They're still trying to create new adventure strip characters to follow up Superman, whereas the success of Superman heralded a new kind of adventure strip altogether. Much of the rest of the book is also steeped in anti-Asian prejudice, the high tide of the yellow peril in American entertainment. Sax Rohmer's Fu Manchu appears directly, a terrible precedent that nonetheless points the way towards the next necessary development. These new superheroes needed actual supervillains to fight, albeit preferably not racist caricatures.